welcome back to my channel. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I've been watching a video and I can't remember the artist's name. I will put it in the description box below. I'm going to look it up. I apologize, but what she did basically was took clear plastic. She took like a heavy plastic, and then she took it and she took tinfoil and she made the shape that she wanted, and she tapes it down to it. I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see it better and it'll be facing your way. But this is what I'm doing. She takes this crushed glass and she sprinkles it in here. And she fills this in. And she said you could add stuff to it. The only crushed glass I had was this blue. Well, fortunately I could dye it using alcohol ink. And I dyed it green. Cups, I love these cups, but the lids are hard to get off. So I dyed it green. Put it in a plastic bag, put a few drops of alcohol ink in there, smushed it around, got it real good and dyed, and then laid it out to dry on a paper towel. Put another paper towel over the top of it. So I did green, and then I took gold. What color did I take? Gold and green and a little bit of black, and I made a kind of a brown color. And that's going to be the trunk of my tree right here. She had also said you could separate it to crystals and then make what looks like garland going around it. So I have these little, they're like little, what do they call them? Seed beads from Dollar Tree. They come in all different colors. And I've got the gold here. I'm going to put some of those in there. And then I've got this bell. It's gold. And I'm going to put this up here at the top. And then I have, they're little bitty teeny tiny stars that are for nails, to do embellishment on nails. Well, I'm going to use my tweezers and I'm going to place a few of them in there. And some glitter, and then we're going to pour resin over the top of it. And when it's done, we peel off the resin and then we'll pour a base and we'll stand it up in the base. She used UV resin. I'm going to actually use my 4-hour resin. I'm going to film half this video tonight, and then I'll come back tomorrow and we'll take it off and stand it up. And then you can wrap the little Dollar Tree teeny tiny little fairy lights. I've got a set of them I'm going to put on it. And you wrap that around it and attach it at the back, and you have a little stand-up Christmas tree. You can do this with any shape, guys. It wouldn't have to be a Christmas tree. You could make anything you wanted. I thought about maybe doing an angel at one point, or something along the line of that. Basically, all this foil's here to do is to hold everything together until your resin cures. Like I said, this is 4-hour resin, so it's not going to take it a super long time to cure, but I have to work tomorrow, so when I get home from work tomorrow night, I'll film the second half. So, what we're going to do is, I'm going to get me my little spoon here. Where's it at? One of these little spoons. Get them at Dollar Tree, and they're just so handy for little projects. So I'm going to start filling this in. I did this crushed glass in a geode for the other day. The geode didn't turn out as great as I would hope, but it still turned out nice. It just wasn't what I wanted it to look like. I was trying to do something similar to another artist, and my ring pour didn't turn out as good. So, but I was still happy with what I came out with. It's still a beautiful painting. The blue crystals in it are so pretty, and it's so sparkly and shiny. So I'm still happy with it. I'm just kind of wish I would have been better at the ring part of it, and I'm going to practice that. That's one thing here. You'll see my fails and my successes. And they're not really fails because it's a learning process. I'm learning new ways of doing things, new things to do. So it's not a fail. It's just a learning process. And you guys can learn with me and learn by what I did maybe not to do, or what to do. Alright, so got these in here. Got them pretty well spread around, but now, like I said, I want to add some garland to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate an area. I'm going to move all the crystals out of this area. And then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to get some of my little gold. What are these things called? I'll grab the package here in a minute. Tube beads. That's what they're called. I'm going to grab some of these. I'm going to sprinkle them right here in the center. They have very static electricity. They're very lightweight, super light. So I'm hoping they don't like float everywhere. I did get a few over here. But I'm not going to be too upset by that. So, because I am going to put little gold stars here in the tree. And now, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to come a little farther down. Actually, I'm going to put a few more in here. Alright, so we got a few more in there. So I'm going to come down a little bit farther, and I'm going to do the same thing right here. And then we're going to make us a little trench here. Put our garland in. I don't think there's some static electricity on them. They're almost like little mylar circles is kind of what it reminds me of. Alright, and I think I'm going to do one more little row. Maybe right here before the bottom. Basically, you're just pushing these little gems all different directions there. Make sure that these are about the same height as my glass, maybe just a hair higher even, but not over the top of my tinfoil. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tweezers here and I'm going to move a little bit of these, try to pick up a few of these ones that are stragglers. There's a bunch of them at. Maybe move them over here. Okay. Scoot those over there. Scooch over here, guys. We're gonna scooch the beads. We're scooching the beads. Okay. So now I'm going to put my brown down in my bottom of my trunk. And we're going to scoop out some brown here. Put a few more green right here. Lead up to the edge of the brown. Alright. So we've got those done. Now we're going to set this right here on the top. We're going to kind of nudge it down into the glass. And now I'm going to take these little bitty teeny tiny stars. Like I said, they're so tiny. I'm going to open this up and I'm going to try to get one here and show you, see if you can even see them. camera is even going to focus on them, guys. Little bitty stars. And I'm going to put a few of these in here. You can do these with different colors. I've got different little colors, like red and green. I mean, red and gold and silver. Got these little. It's vase filler, but it comes in all different colors. Dollar Tree has it. I got it in red. I thought about adding a few of those to it to make it look like little Christmas balls. Red is actually the color I thought about putting in it. But I think this one I'm just going to go with gold and green. So I'm going to do a few more stars here. Okay, I think I'm good. So now I'm going to put you on pause. I'm going to mix up my resin, and we're going to come back and we're going to pour the resin over the top of it. So I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, I'm back, guys. Okay, I'm going to bring in a little bit here. Okay, so now what we're doing is I've got my resin mixed up here. It is a 1-to-1 resin. It's J. Diction 4-hour demold. It's going to have at least 18 to 20 hours before I get back to demold it. It'll be tomorrow night, but I did want to use this resin. I'm really liking this resin. I did want to put some glitter on here. I forgot I'd wanted to put it on. And my fairy lights that I'm going to use for now, because I don't have any other color, are pink LEDs. So what I want to do, since they're going to be pink LEDs, is I think I want to use some pink glitter in it. So we're going to have gold and pink Christmas tree. How's that, guys? Okay, so I'm going to get a little bit of this glitter. I'm just going to sprinkle it throughout. I'll give it a touch of pink here. So that way my pink lights will have kind of something to tie into. And I'm getting glitter all over myself, which is an always thing. My last job was actually very glitterified. Okay. I worked at for years. I would take phone cases off and there'd be glitter in my phone case. It had been there probably a year or two. Alright, so now I'm going to drizzle this over the top of here. I might have to make more, I don't know. We're going to see. It didn't look like when she did it earlier that she used a whole lot of resin. I mixed up 20 mil. 10 of each. It's a 2-part resin, 1-to-1. Get some down here in my trunk. Oh yeah, I think this might be enough. Yeah, I think this is going to work, guys. What a cute idea. You can make all kinds of things. You can make stars, bells, Valentine's stuff. I mean, I'm just thinking of all kinds of other stuff you could make with it that would just be really neat. One of the things I was thinking about maybe trying, maybe doing a regular tree and making like the tree branches come out, doing it a little bit bigger scale, and doing kind of like a family tree type tree, and then putting photos over the top of it when you were done at the end. It would be a little bit more of a time consuming project because you really want everything to kind of be where it needs to be. But I'm excited for this. I can't wait to see how it turns out. So, if you like this video, guys, give it a thumbs up, please. I'll be back with you guys tomorrow evening. And we will demold this, and then we'll build the stand for it. And I kind of think I need a little bit more resin in here. Alright. Alright, guys. Perfect. See you tomorrow. Bye. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. It's been 24 hours. I just got home from work a little bit ago. So I came out here earlier today and I did check it to see if it's going to lift up off of this plastic. And it does lift up just fine. So this is nice to know. I still left the tinfoil tape to it because I'm going to peel that off with you guys. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to straighten up the bottom just a little. And I'm going to pour some more. And I'm going to use my UV resin and we're going to cure it right now. And then we'll put our lights on it and see how she turns out. So, peel away our tinfoil here. Uh-oh, I think I broke it. I think I might have broke it in half, but that's alright, because I can fix it with the UV resin. If I did. Okay, so I know why she didn't use so much tape. The tape fortunately does come off of resin. Tinfoil off here. We're going to clean up the sides here a little bit. Flip this upside down here. Fill out this tape. Get our tinfoil off of here. Okay, so what she did when she did the tape, she actually did Scotch tape, and she just did small pieces of this. I did like packing tape because I wanted to be sure my resin didn't seep out from underneath it. But this packing tape really is a lot more tape to peel off. Hers wasn't near as much. It just kind of stuck right to the edge a little bit. She did UV resin, so I did regular. She had said you could do either, so we did. We did the 4-hour cure, juliart resin, I've been really impressed with this resin. I mean, I've used several different resins, lesser expensive ones off of Amazon, and I thought, well, I hear great things about this J. Diction resin, so I was going to try it, and it's just been really good. I like the 4-hour demold, because I'm an impatient person. That's why I like the UV resin. But the UV resin for the same amount is a little pricier. It's not, it's going down in price some. It's not as high as it was when I first started doing resin about a year ago. But it is still higher than regular resin for the quantity that you get. Alright, we almost got all this tinfoil off here. Still got this one corner up here I gotta get off. Tape on it. Alright. So, I did crack it right here across the center, unfortunately. And I do have a little bit of area right here that I want to peel off, or that I want to trim off. With tinfoil that didn't come all the way off. Alright. I got tinfoil here. And it makes my tree stick out kind of weird. I just want to cut this tinfoil off. And what happened was I probably poured too much resin, so it adhered my tinfoil to my resin. Alright, I think I got it. I got one little piece up here at the corner. Okay, it's turned out really nice, guys. Look. See how it turned out? So, I got another piece right here. Let me trim it off too. So, I'm going to take, let's get this off here to the side. And I'm going to take, where it's cracked right here, I'm going to take my UV resin and I'm going to run a line of resin across the top. Right here. And then I want to try to straighten up this bottom just a little. Even it out a little bit. Alright, so then what we're going to do is we're going to pour some more stones here, and we're going to set our tree down in the stones, put UV resin over it, and cure it. So first I'm going to cure right here where I cracked it, and I cracked it right across this piece. So I got my UV resin here, and my resin lamp. Lamp here. Right. This is a UV light. Came with one of the kits when I first bought this stuff. Alright, so we're going to go right across here. And it's right where I cooped up at. I'm going to put my lid on here because I don't want to cure any resin. That's why the resin, if you ever wonder why the UV resin comes in a black bottle, UV resin cures with the UV light or sunlight. So if it came in a clear bottle like this, and they shipped it and it made contact with sunlight, it would cure. And you would end up with a bottle of hard resin. So that's why they come in a black bottle, if anybody wondered that. All UV resin comes in a black bottle. Doesn't matter what brand you get. It's going to come in a black bottle because it will cure with the sunlight. These little UV lamps are really cute. They work good. You can get a UV flashlight. And there's a lot of different options there. Got some really cool skins here. I might peel these off and use some of these on my paintings I've done. Alright, we're going to do one more. And I think I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to cure it on the back side. And then we're going to put the rocks down for the base. We're going to stand it in the base and see how she works. How's everyone doing tonight? Hope everyone's doing good. It was a fairly busy night at work tonight. People were a little upset. Come in. Everybody wanted to buy that big Powerball ticket. The 1.5 billion, whatever it is. And our lottery was down, so people could not purchase it with us. It says 30 seconds if I push it once. If I hold it down, push it one more time, and if I hold it, it'll do 60 seconds. But I'm going to do 30-second intervals. I'm going to do 3, and then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to put a little bit more on the back, and I'm going to cure it for another, probably 2 minutes. We'll do about 5 minutes total altogether. And then, like I said, we're going to spray it out. I don't think I have enough of the brown strictly to do the base, so I'm going to mix the brown and the green. It's going to look like ground. It's going to look like your soil. My resin, this is why I like using plastic or silicone cups for resin, because then you just take the next day and you pull your resin out once it hardens, and the cup is nice and clean. You can also clean it with alcohol prior to that. That kind of looks weird. Kind of looks like a popsicle. Okay, so I have my UV resin here. I'm going to tip this over now, and I'm going to do it along across the back where I cracked it again. I'm just going to spread it out a little bit. Alright. And we're going to cure it again. Other than that, it turned out just the way I wanted. I will know, like I said, next time not to use as much of the tape that I did, and possibly not as much resin. I don't know. I mean, you have to have enough resin to make it stick, though, and to make it thick enough to be able to have a little bit of substantial. Anyway, where it's thick enough, you know, that it'll stand up on its own, because you don't want it to just go, oh, well, okay, it's like paper thin. I'm gonna do it another time here. This has been some pretty good resin here. This brand is called Roll UV resin. I got a really good deal, and I got it on that when I was at Amazon, not Black Friday, but like Black Friday sale, pre-Black Friday sale, whatever it was. Anyway, that Amazon special sale they had just a while back. I got a really, really good price on this resin, and I just couldn't beat it. It was less than $20 for this big bottle, and I paid more than that, I think, for the little bottle I had just a minute ago, and it's way less resin. And I think I paid almost 20 bucks for that when I bought it about a year ago. I like UV resin, especially if you're doing jewelry, because it doesn't take much. Something that doesn't take a lot of resin. That's why I didn't want to use it for this. Still got a little bit here, kind of tacky. I'm going to use a little bit more. The only thing with UV resin is you got to be really careful, and with any resin actually, how much pigment you add to it. You can't like throw black paint in it. You can, but not a lot. It's going to be, I want to say 20% of your resin should be no more than that of pigment. Because if not, then it doesn't cure right. I tried one that I put way too much pigment in, and it didn't ever harden. It's not soft, but it's flexible still. It's not hardened like it should be, and that was my fault. Like I said, I put too much pigment in there. And I actually put acrylic paint in there, and mica powder, glitter, and everything else, and it just was too much work. Alright, so here we go. I don't know if you can see the pink in there. There's pink sparklies in there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take, and we're going to spread some of this out. And then we're going to take a little bit of the green. And let's mix them together. We don't need it super thick. We just need a base, and we need a spot here. To stand our tree in. Alright, now I'll take this off. And we're going to put resin around the front, resin around the back. Alright, let's put the lid on here. Okay, and I want to hold it. I'm going to do it from the front first. So guys, if you like what you're seeing, subscribe to my channel. I need the subscribers, please. Please, please, please. Please subscribe. Like. Give me a comment. I don't mind the comments. I really appreciate them. I like having conversation with people. So if anybody watched me in my grandson's video that we made the other day, we have model cars. Bought him a model car a while back, and we were going to put it together, and he started it and then never finished it. And he kind of hinted the other day that he wouldn't mind finishing it. Well, I now have acquired a model truck, and I told him that we might do a video together of us putting together our model. He can put his together, and I'll put mine, and I have kind of have to walk him through how to do it, because he didn't realize it was a glue together model. He thought it was like a snap together one, and I've put together several over the years. It's been a long time, but I have put together several. I'm gonna put a little bit more resin on here, just because I'm still feeling tilty. Come on. There we go. And let's go down here. Alright. Alright, let's get this resin cured here before it runs too far away. So I'm going to do some more Christmas ornament videos, and I've got some really neat molds for Christmas ornaments. I'm going to do them, and I've got these necklaces that are gorgeous, and it's a heart, and in the center you can either put a photo, or you could do resin or something, you know. You can even do an acrylic skin and resin over the top of it, but the heart spins around in the center and it is double-sided. So, it's pretty cool. Alright, why is this not setting? Come on. Maybe I need more than a minute. We're going to give it a few minutes here. We're going to let it cure. I may speed you guys up through this process, just so you don't have to sit here and watch me turn on UV light on and off. What a cute little idea here, I'll tell you. I'm loving it. Yeah, I saw this online. I was like, oh my gosh, I saw this on YouTube. I watched a video of her doing this. I was like, those are so cute. And they sit up on your table, and they're like little miniature trees. Now, while it's curing there, I'm going to get my lights out. I'm not even 100% sure if these lights are still going to work even. They do have a really, really big base on them. They make them that have smaller bases, and I may invest in that. But for now, just see how it works. We're going to do this. am I doing here? Yes, I do. Alright. Do another time. Alright, it's starting to cure, guys. I'm gonna grab my screwdriver right here and take out this little screw here so we can put some batteries in this. Alright, grab me some batteries. Here's one. And here's another one. So let's see here if our lights work. Sorry guys if I'm being quiet. Trying to concentrate here. Alright. So let's see if these work. Hey, look, they work. Alright. So I think I'm going to do one more right here on the front. And then we're going to take them loose. These are cute. Okay, pink lights on a Christmas tree. So guys, do you do a normal, how do you do a tree? Do you do a traditional tree? Do you do different color trees? What do you do? I've done different colors over the years, I can't lie. I think one year I tried a purple and a teal colored one. Of course, many years, the traditional blue, black, red, a lot of different, you know, other traditional colors. Silver, gold, all of those. But, like I said, there's been a few years I kind of went non-traditional. I think one year I did white and gold. Kind of an off-white and gold cream color. It was really pretty. Yeah, I was really, really impressed with it. I can't lie. Alright. So, now, let me get my little deal here. We're going to pry up our tree base. Alright. So, resin's still a little warm here. So, let me show you what I got here so far. We have a little resin there on the outside edge. I'm going to peel off, cut off. Alright. So, it sits up on its own. Now I'm going to take, I do have a little bit of resin. I'm going to wipe it off my fingers. I need to cure it on the bottom. I will do that off camera. For now, I'm going to turn it around here. And we're going to put the lights on it. And see how she looks with the lights on her. Alright, so let's start up here at the top. Alright, so I'm going to start here. Basically this resin, this wire, it's on like a wire. It's an LED light. So it's just kind of a matter of wrapping the wire around. Go down just a little bit here. And then we're going to come around again. They sell these, like I said, with a thinner battery pack that takes like not a hearing aid battery, it's fatter than the hearing aid. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Kind of like the car alarm battery, or the car key fob batteries. Kind of like those big flat ones. And it takes up a lot less room. But you could always, if you set this on a mantle or on a table, you could always just take and put, you put that behind something else. It doesn't have to be out here in the front. Alright, so I'm just going to turn this around here. And I'm going to bring you down and let you check it out. See our pretty tree? Alright, I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to bring you in for a close up. Let's turn on the flash here so you can see the pink in it. See where I put the pink glitter in? It's very sparkly. It's got the green and brown base. Very pretty. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye.